Hi everyone, welcome to Cindy M's Crochet Corner. I'm going to make a scarf for this project, and I'm going to use the Serene Tweed polyester and acrylic yarn here. It's a little bit thicker than an 8 ply, and I'm going to use a 5mm crochet hook. And I'm going to do this a little bit different. Normally with a pattern like this, the star stitch, you just work to the width that you want and then just keep repeating the rows for as long as you want. This one I'm going to do it a different way. To keep my edge nice and straight, I'm doing it lengthways. So I've got this going lengthways basically, which takes longer to do a row, but I think it looks really cool. It keeps it nice and straight. So I'm going to do, it's about 1.30 meters in length. That's what I've worked out. And I start with just a single crochet, then I do half double crochet the first row of the star stitch, and then the second row of the star stitch, and then I do single crochet back to the 2 rows of star stitch, finish with a half double crochet, and that's just that particular segment. And I'll repeat that again to thicken it up. So I want to have it basically 2 thicknesses is enough for me for a scarf. So basically it's going to be that, roughly that wide. But you know, you can do another set of 2 star rows if you want to make it even thicker. If you want a nice thick one, that's completely up to you. I don't want them too thick. It's not cold enough here on the Gold Coast to warrant a really thick big one, so I'll just do these 2 rows basically. That's the thickness that I'll do it, and I might add some pearls or something, or we'll work out what we can do on the edges as well. See how we go with this one. So let's get started. So to begin, what we do is just a quick slip knot. That's the quickest way I know how to do it. And then I'm going to do any even number is what you want, and add an extra 4 chain. That's for the side of the star. In this case, we're going to do, I'll say 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Don't have it too tight. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then we're going to have 4 for the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that gives you 24. Now you can choose to go into this back loop, the back bump if you choose. The back bump, if you go in the back bump, that will give you just a nice edge, a nice V edge. If you go into the side, it'll just give you the one edge. But what I'm going to do here, this is sort of designed to have that 4 on the end, is designed to do your star straight away. But I like to do a row of single crochet or half double crochet first, just to give it a nice foundation, and then I'll show you how to do the first row of the star. So we're going to do it similar to this one here. So the first row, I'm just going to go into the second loop there, and I'm going to do a half double crochet. So yarn over, in, yarn over, pull through 3, yarn over, into the next, pull through pull through 3, yarn over into the next, yarn over, pull through 3. That's your half double crochet, and just keep going for the length of your work, and I will keep going, and I will then join you just at the end before we turn our work. I'll show you what to do there. So we're coming towards the end, we're just doing half double crochet, and you can just go straight into the star stitch if you choose, but I like to just have a bit of a border first and a bit of separation on each star set, which consists of 2 rows. I think it looks nicer that way, and it just separates the stars. So I've come to the end of this row, and that's just basically a small piece to show you. I will move over to the larger one after I've done a few rows, just to show you this section here. So I come to the end, I just do a 1 chain, and I'm going to, the next row is the first row of the star stitch. So what I'll do first before I turn my work is 1, 2, 3, 3 chain, and that's the side of your star. So what I want you to do before you turn is to go into the second loop, pull up a loop into the next, pull up a loop into the next, pull up a loop, and you should have 4. Turn your work. Now we're into the side, the base, into the side of the body of the work. What I want you to do here is go into the first loop, pull a loop through, go into your next stitch, pull a loop through. You should have 6 loops on your hook, and this is the side of the star. Yarn over, pull through all the 6, yarn over, close the eye. This is what we call the eye, right in the middle there, and that is the side of your star, as you can see there. So now, to complete this other section of the star, we pop the hook through the eye, pull through 1 loop. There is the last leg here. We pop the hook through, pull through, and then into the base of the leg, pop your hook, pull through, and then into the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2. And this is why we have multiples of 2 for this project, so you'll always be able to complete your star. Pull through all 6, close your eye with a single slip knot. Then you can see the eye again. Pop your hook through the eye, pull through the first leg, pop your hook in. Try to keep it fairly, the tension off, because it will be hard to get through, and it will make your hands want to cramp up if you keep having too much tension on your yarn. So keep it nice and loose. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 5, need to go into 1 more, pull it through and pull through all of that, keeping it nice and loose. Once you get the idea what you're doing, where you're going, it will be a lot quicker. Into there, 2 more, 1 and 2, pull through all 6, close the eye, and that's basically half of your star stitch, the first row. So keep going till the end, rewind this if you need to, make sure you get into that last leg and then into the base of the leg, and then over 2, 1 and 2, pull through all, and again close the eye. Keep it nice and loose and keep going all the way across. So I'm going to go across and I'll show you the next row to complete the star. So 6, pull through, close the eye, crocheting, keep going, rewind if you need to, keep your tension off, makes life a lot easier. I'll show you how we come to the end on this one. See you in a sec. So I'm just about to come to the last star on this row. Just show you that. So into the eye, pull through, into the last leg, pull through, into the bottom of the stitch, into the next, then we have 6. So I'm going to pull through all of those, close my eye, then I'm going to go back in, pull through. Instead of going in that leg, I'm just going to go into the base, pull through, and what you'll get here on the end is just a double crochet. So pull through 2, pull through 2, and that's basically the side. That's all you need to do. Now to close on the next row, what I do is we don't need to do chain, nothing on the turn, but you can see where the eye is right there, and we're going to do 2 half double crochets into the eye on each one, and that's all we're going to do for this row. So make sure it's nice and loose, yarn over, into the eye, half double crochet, yarn over into the next eye, half double crochet, 2 into each one, all the way across, keeping the tension off all the way, and that's basically completes the star. I'll show you the other side once I've done a few more. Into there, so it's just a half double crochet, 2 in each star, in the eye of each star, and you'll get to see that as you go along. They're pretty obvious little holes you can see. So the next one, yarn over into the next, half double crochet, 2 in each one, all the way across, and that's all you do for that next stitch. So let's have a look on this side. You can see that completes your star. That's quite pretty. So I'm going to keep going to the end and I'll show you the next row. Whoop. Yarn over, into the eye, pull through, yarn over, into the eye, pull through, pull through. And the last one's just there. Pull through. I'll show you the end in a sec. So just coming to the end, we're just going to complete the star. So I wanted to show you that you need to pop your hook under 2 pieces there. There's 2 right on the edge, you can see, just there. So we pop it through there, and just a slip stitch to bring it together. I'm going to do 1 chain, and the next row, which we turn our work, is just going to be a single crochet row. So into each stitch you just do a single crochet, pull through, pop that through, and that just gives separation to the star rows. So just into the next stitch, pop it through, into the next, pop it through, yarn over, pop it through, and just all the way across, and then I will show you the next row. Okay, I will see you in a sec. So just come to the end. Don't forget there's one more stitch right at the end there. When you look at it, you can see it goes around a little bit. So just move your work around till you find that last stitch. And obviously count your stitches as well if you're not sure, to make sure you're not increasing or decreasing. So now we're going to do the next set of the next row of the beginning row of the star again, and we do 3 chain to start with, and remember the second one we pop our hook through, pull through, pop our hook through, pull through, then we move around to the first stitch, pull through, the next stitch, and then the next, until we have 6 again. Pull through all of them, close the eye with a slip stitch, and that starts your next row. And you can see it pulls it up on the side there, and that's your side. So we're going to do this row again. It's going to be the bottom row of the stars, and then we're going to do the top. So into the eye, pull through, into the first leg. Remember to keep the tension off, don't have it too tight. Pull through and into the base of the leg. Now we need another 2, so we go 2 stitches across. Pull through all, close the eye, the slip stitch. Now you'll see it starting to form. That's just a nice separation on that. So again, we go into the eye, pull through, into the leg, pull through, into the base, pull through, and the next 2. If it's a little bit hard to see on this one, I have done another tutorial. It's a placemat tutorial with a star stitch as well, if you want to have a look at that, if that helps, makes it a little bit easier to see. Have a look at that one. Otherwise, just keep working your row, 6 on each one, pull through, close the eye, into the eye, the first leg, and the base, the next 2 stitches. Make sure they're nice and loose, pull through, and again. I'm going to keep going to the end, and I'll show you how to do the next row again. See you in a sec. So I'm coming to the end, just want to show the end again. So into the eye, into the last leg, into the base, into the next 2. Just move it around if you can't see it. Pull through all of them and close. Remember, last one is we're going to do a double crochet. So just into the base, so right on the edge there should be 2. Pull through 2, pull through 2, and you've completed that. Now this row, because it's going to be the second row of the star, we don't do any chain, we just turn our work and we go straight into doing half double crochets in the first eye, 2 of those. Keep the tension off and yarn over, half double crochets, 2 in each eye of the star. You can see the eye there, just see them, you'll feel it as well. Into there, pull through 3, half double crochets. To the next one, pull through 3, 2 in the one eye, all the way across. And this next row, what we're going to do is we're going to separate the stars star rows now with a half double crochet, and that will complete this section that we will do on a repeat constantly until we get the thickness that we require. So I'll just show you this last little bit. Just make sure that's right. And to the last one, just make sure you don't skip any of them. It's quite easy to do with this kind of material. And then we're into the last, we don't go obviously into the legs, we make sure we go into the end corner section here. So pop it through right on the edge there, pop through, and then we do one chain to turn our work. It just gives you a nice edge to work with. So now you can see we've got 2 sets of the star stitch there. Single crochet in the middle, half double down the bottom. So to finish this section, I'm going to do half double crochet at the top. So over into the first one, just make the second one there, half double, half double. If you're not sure which one to go into, just do a couple and just see if your work stays straight. If your work stays straight, that's what you want to do. I might have done something there. Just if it bows out, you know you've gone into the wrong hole, because you want to actually bring it in a little bit, I think. So just try each one. If it bows that way, you know you've done the wrong hole. Come over one. And that's a pretty good indication. You can count your stitches as well. Make sure you've got the same number each time. It's very easy to increase stitches on these projects. You don't want your work looking all lopsided. So just keep checking from time to time. Do a count, you know, fold it and match it up together, just to make sure it's not getting any bigger, especially as you go along. You don't want to start having to pull your work out because you've added stitches. That can get annoying. So when I've done this one, I'll just show you what I mean. That's doesn't look like a half double to me. So I'm going to pull that out. So yarn over, in, pull through. You want to pull through 3 and just check your work from time to time. Make sure you're doing your half doubles. It's easy to get sidetracked, especially when you're talking. Okay, into there, and then I believe there is one more right on that edge there. So da-da-da, and then I'm going to start another star stitch. So we do 1, 2, 3 to begin, always 3 to begin to do the side of your star. So what I was talking about before is put your work together, even this way, to see if you've got the right number going across. And that looks pretty good to me. See how she's top and bottom's the same. That's pretty good. And that's what you want. And the way that I'm doing this long ways, which I showed you before, going the length of your scarf, which is what I'm doing here, it just keeps it nice and straight, the edge is nice and straight. I find it easier this way than having to do back and forth, because you have this horrid edge, which can look really untidy. I mean, you can actually stitch over it, but it does get really untidy looking. So this is a lot nicer edge to work with. So do it whichever way you want to do it. It's completely up to you. But that's just how I'm going to do this one. I'm finding it a lot faster too. So I'll show you another row of the star, and then you're on your own. So remember, we did chain to start with. We did about 156 chain on the length, the one that I wanted to do. Then we did the half double crochet, 2 rows of the chain of the star, 1 single crochet, 2 of the star, 1 row of the half double crochet to finish. And that's basically the section that we're doing over and over, repeating that over and over. So once you get that, you can do it as many times as you like, for as thick as you like, as long as you like. Completely up to you, but just remember you need it in multiples of 2 with your 3 on the edge to do the star. So like I showed you before I turned my work, I did 1, 2, 3 chain. I'll just do that again just so you can see. So 1, 2, 3, then I'm popping it into the second one, 1 into the next, that 2 pull through, turn my work into the last loop there, 3, then 4, 5, 6, just check I've got 6 on there already, getting a bit keen. So 6, make sure that last one's loose because you've got to go through that. Pull your work through all the way and close the star eye with a slip stitch into the eye, pull through, into the leg, last leg, pull through, and into the base of the leg, pull through. 2 stitches over, pull through, and pull through all of those 6. Close your eye with a slip stitch, and there you can see it starting on the edge again. You got the nice edge already created because you had those chain. Alright, so again we go across and then into that, into the next, keep it loose, the tension, into the next, nice and loose, pull through, close with a slip stitch, and that's another half star. Now it's quite a pretty pattern and it feels quite warm too. It's not a bad stitch to work with. And I just want to show you quickly this material, this yarn, you can actually get in other colors too. So I've got this pretty pink, which I'll do something with later, and there's blue as well, and also I think there's green and a few other colors as well, and it's got that real pretty sheen to it, so it's nice. I think it'd be nice with maybe pearls or something like that. If you want to put some pearls through it, I'll show you something later. I'll come up with an idea of putting maybe a strand of pearls through it somehow. So pop it in, pop through, into this leg, into the bottom, and into the next 2 stitches. And all you gotta do is keep on going. Keep it loose. Into the next 2. Pull it through. Close. Into the eye. Into that leg. To the base. Into the next 2 stitches. Pull it through. Okay, I'm just going to keep going to the end. Then I'll show you the next row again. Whoop. Just pulling through. See you in a sec. So we're just coming up to the end of this row, and we're just going to do a double crochet right at the end. 1 and 2. So this is where I want you to count. Just do a quick check on how many stars you started with and how many you now have. So here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now this row we just turn our work to finish off the star pattern. We do half double crochets and we do 2 in each one. And again. Just half doubles into the eye, 2 in each. And that is all it is to the star pattern once you get to know it. So cool. And we'll just pull your work around later. Again, just look for your eye. Ooh. You can see the eyes, they stand out. So 2 in each one. Pull your work around so we can get that looking nice. Yarn over, 2 in the eye. Again. And don't forget the one on the end hiding. 1 and 2. Now to complete this side star, we don't go into the leg. And make sure we go right over to the edge, just a slip stitch right over there. And that completes the star stitch. So now I'm going to do a second star stitch section, then I'm going to finish it with a, actually we'll do the single crochet in the middle, then the second set of star, then the half double crochet again. Okay, so let's do a single crochet row and then we'll get into the star stitch again. So just do 1 chain, single crochet all the way across. Give yourself a nice straight edge. You'll find if you had have gone in right at the end stitch there instead of the next one across, that would have bowed out. So that's how you can check yourself. If you're adding stitches, but you don't want to add stitches, you don't want to lose stitches either, so always check your work, check how many stitches you have every now and again, just to make sure you're on track. And you can also fold your work up to make sure it looks same length. Show you that in a sec. Just a single crochet row to pulls it together. So I was just pulling my yarn and caught. Okay, into there. And I bet you there's another one, so there's something hiding there somewhere. See if you can find that next one. Last one. Now I'm going to do another star stitch. So what I want to do is the 3 again. 1, 2, and 3. And before we keep going, I'm just going to check how nice and square this is, which is what we want. So you can check it 2 ways. You can check it by putting it together that way. See if you get the corners. And then this way. You want the corners, so you want it to be similar length. And you can count the stars as well. So that's pretty good. On track with this pretty scarf. Now remember we have the 3 on the end, so before turning it's just easier to do your loops. So pop it through, pull, and again, pop it through, turn your work, and we're going to do another star. So into the first, pull through, into the next, pull through, into the next. So what's 6 on there? pull through all, close with a slip stitch, and that's your side. Starting again. So this is just keep continuing the same sort of pattern over and over. That's your block there, and I'm just starting another block. So you've got your half double crochet, 2 rows of your star, single crochet, 2 rows of your star, half double crochet. Then we go into the 2 rows of your star, single crochet. Then I'm going to do another 2 rows of my star, then a half double crochet, and that is basically the thickness that I want, but you can continue on. It's completely up to you. And you know, you can do other things in the middle as well. There's other ribbing that you can do, but this I think looks quite nice. Anyway, rewind the video if you need to and keep going back as much as you need to until you get that stitch sorted. And if you just want to do just the star stitches, you can. I like to separate them though, just to give them a bit of separation so I can see them better. But I'll show you one more time on the star row. So into the eye, into the leg, pop it through, and pull back, and then into the base, pop it through, into the next 2 stitches, right through, pop it through, keep it loose that last one, pull them all through, close it with a slip stitch, pop it into the eye. Now we've kept that last one loose, it'll be easy for me to pop my 5mm hook through, pop it through to the base, into the next, to the next. We have 6, and pull through all 6, close with a slip stitch. So just coming to the end again, just wanted to show you the end bit. Make sure you don't miss this section because it can make your work look pretty awful if you miss that last bit. So just a double crochet. Remember, turn your work, and then in this next row it's just 2 double half crochets into each one. And I will keep going on this, and I'll show you the last row of this section, and then you can keep going by yourself until you reach the desired length that you want. So I'll keep going here, just 2 half double crochets in each one, and I'll see you for the last row. 2 double half. See you in a sec. Looking good. So I'm just coming to the end now. I'm going to do the last one, and then I'll show you the next row. So into the eye, half double crochet, and then I don't want to go into the leg, I just want to go right into the end there. Just fiddle around till you find it. You'll find there's 2 loops right at the end, and just do a single crochet on that last one. Then we're going to turn the work, and this one's just going to be double half crochet. So I'm just going to do 1 chain first, and then I'm just going to do half double crochet all the way across into each stitch for this last row. So all the way, just half double crochets into each one, and that gives you the separation of rows between the stars, which I think looks pretty cool. So all the way, and then that will complete this section, and that's what you'll keep repeating until you reach the desired length that you like. So nearly there. Half doubles each stitch. Keep the tension off as well. Makes life a lot easier. Okay, to that, and one more right in the end there, it's hiding right on the edge. Make sure you go through two strands. Okay, and that just completes that next section. Gives a little bit of width between. So I'm going to now go back to my original scarf that I was doing, because I want to get some width on this one. But you can see how the pattern's forming there. Please keep going until you get to the length that you require, and I'll show you the next step. I might look at putting some pearls on it or something. So I will see you at the end of this one once I've completed doing this, and I'll show you how to pop the pearls on. I think it would be easier to stitch the pearls on after than trying to crochet them in, as this is quite thick. So I'm going to move this one aside, go back to my original. And get a couple more rows on this one before I show you the next step. So I will see you once I've completed another full section of this. So once I've completed another full section here to about there, I will show you the next step. So see you soon. Have fun, keep crocheting, go back through the videos if you need to. Just make sure you're going into the right hole. Make sure you count your work. Always count, so you're not adding extra or not doing enough. It's quite pretty and it feels really nice too. The material's lovely. I'll see you when I've done another 2 of these. See you soon. Okay, so I've come to the end of this. I'm quite happy now with the thickness, the width of my scarf. And the next step, what I want to do is put just a row of pearls just to fancy it up a little bit. So I'm going to put the pearls right in the middle. So I've got 2 stars, 2 stars. So I'm going to run the pearls probably through the middle here, just space them out, but I'm actually going to use probably a darning needle for this one, just to run it through the middle. I'm just going to finish this off. All I'm going to do is pull it through, use my scissors to cut it off, and pull it through. And there I have completed my scarf. And I'll show you how to put this strand of pearls that I want to put on. I think I'm just going to run it through the middle. But that's my next step, and I'll show you that. I might just do this edge, clean this edge up a little bit by just running. See, I've got a double crochet, half double crochet on each side, so I might do a half double crochet on the ends as well, just to neaten those edges up. That'll make it just a little bit better. See you in a sec. Alright, so let's see how we go with this one. I'm going to put some white pearl beads on there. I've got to get this through here first. Make sure your needle goes right through. That's just going through. Hopefully with this material it will go through, definitely. So it doesn't seem to want to go through here, so I'm using this, the old needle threader, and pop that in first. Then you can pop your yarn through it, and hopefully we can pull it through the needle. Let's get nice and stuck. Let's just take that back a little and pull it through. Well, there we go. Just got it through. Now let's see if we can get these beads on here. It's going to be interesting. There we go. So I'm just going to feed a whole stack of beads on to this yarn, and then I think we're going to try the crochet hook to crochet them on the front of this scarf that we've done. So probably be good to count how many you want to put on. I'm just going to put a whole stack where I've got here. You can always take them off at the end, it's no big deal. Better to have more than not enough though, as they say. Just feed them on. So I'm just putting them on here. It's going to be a quicker way of doing this. If you find a way, do it. So it's getting a bit stuck. So maybe feed on a couple like that. This might just pretty this scarf up a little bit. Just give it something a little bit different. Okay, just pop them on, pull them through. Whoa, and down. That's it. I might actually count up how much I want on this scarf. So if we do it in the center, probably every, maybe second one, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Might space it a bit more than that, probably won't have enough otherwise. Let's just keep going here. I'm just going to pop all these on and then I will come back to you when I've got them all on. It'll take a little bit of time and we'll see what we can do on this next step. See you in a second. So I'm just going to put these beads onto my scarf now and I'm going to stitch them into the middle. So I've just started. Basically feed all your beads on first onto the same type of material that you've already crocheted with, and it's pretty simple. We're just going to do slip stitches, but I'm going to space these out about 4. So I'm going to do 4 single or just slip stitches, and then I'm going to pop a bead over. So I'll show you how to do that. So I'm going through the front post, popping my yarn through, pulling it through, and then just pulling it through like a slip stitch. Keep it nice and loose, and then you pop your bead on that way, and that's just easy. You can pull it out, redo it closer if you want to, completely up to you. But I'm just going to try this, so I'm just going to do 4 slip stitches first, 2, another one into there, 1 more into there. So this gives you like a nice little edge. Then you bring your bead up to the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, bring the bead up, then into that post again, pop it round, pop it through, finish it off, that's it. Then into the next one, through, pop it through, just move your beads down, make sure you've got plenty of beads, you never know how many you'll need for this. So pop that through, pop it through there, just want a slip stitch. Don't do a single crochet, just a slip stitch. That's it. Just a slip stitch. So we do 4 slip stitches, and then we'll pop 1 bead on. So 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one there. Bring it through, slip stitch, bring a bead up. So go to the next one, slip stitch the same with the bead on. Into the next one, slip stitch. That's it. Just got to move these beads down a little bit. I'm kind of bunching up. And that's how you put your beads on. If the placement doesn't look right, undo it and do it again, because that looks a little bit spaced there. So let's see if we've done the right 1, 2, 3, 4. I popped it on. That's okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. It is handmade, remember. So continue through. We're just going through the post and doing a slip stitch. Pull it over. Keep the tension off. Next post. Pull it through. Next post. Pull it through. Now we should have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we do one with that on. So through the post, pull it through. Next post, pull it through. Slip stitch. And keep going all the way. I'm going to do this all the way through the middle of this, all the way to the end, and then I'm going to finish the ends off. And I'll show you how to do that. But for now, just do your slip stitches all the way. So front post, and we're going to do 4 on each first. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1 more. Make sure you keep the tension off on this too. Could easily get tight. So around the post, pull it over, then incorporate your bead. And where I'm going through the post, you can see it's right in between that single crochet. So pop that over, front post, through, slip stitch, to the next one, front post. There's probably many ways you can do this. I just find this really the easiest way, I think, without having to cut anything. You've got plenty as you go, and that's quite pretty. Keeps it on the front. So through the front post, bring it round. Remember, keep the tension off. Front post. So we're doing 4 of each. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we do 1 pearl. And again, you can do as many pearls. You can do 2 if you want. Put 1 in between the spaces if you want. I don't want too much on here, so this will be enough for me. Bring the pearl up, go front post again, pop it through, and next front post, pull that through. It's just a slip stitch. And keep pulling your beads down. Keep it nice and loose. That gives you an idea how to work that. I'm going to keep going till the end, and then I'll show you the next step. So just keep going, try to get it as central as possible. It doesn't matter too much if it isn't. We can always work around that. So I'm going to keep going until I get to the end, and then we'll do some more. Do do the ends. See you in a sec. So I'm just coming towards the end now. Just show you again. I'm just doing slip stitches, going around that post, and that's the single crochet post, and then just doing a slip stitch in around the post, slip stitch, and one more slip stitch. Now I've still got beads on here, so I'm thinking I've done it all along there, all the way along. So now all I've got is the ends to do now. This looks pretty good on the sides, it's just this end, and I've still got plenty of beads left. So what if just wondering if I do my half double crochet to the end, just do the half double crochet all the way over, and then we can maybe incorporate some beads. Let's have a look. Just see. Half double crochet. So now we're balanced. Just do a single. Maybe go back the other way. What about if we do this? So pop one on. So if we pop that through, pop that around, just do slip stitch again. Pop that through, pop another one on. Actually, I might just do it every second one, so I've got enough beads. And then pop that through. Should we? Let's try this. Pop that through, pop that on, and bring it through, slip stitch. Through the next one, just a slip stitch, and then to the next one we'll put another bead on. Let's try that. Slip stitch, just a single slip stitch on the next, and then we'll do a bead on the next one. Slip stitch all the way across. So it looks like it doesn't look any good, just take it off. So basically we've just got little beads running on the edge every second one. It's not too bad. So into the next, pull up a bead. Just make sure it's every second one. Let's see. And slip stitch. Slip stitch to the next, pull a bead, and slip stitch, one more slip stitch. Now we did the half double crochet there, but we haven't got it on this side, so let's just do some half double crochet over this way. And then we'll do the beads back middle. See how that goes. Okay. just to balance it up. Should give us a decent edge now. Okay, nearly done this edge. Just want to do it each row pretty much. Without the beads for the first row, and into that right on the edge there. Okay, so just that, just do one chain and then we'll flip our work. Now you see if we can go back that way to get these pearls on. That might be interesting. Slip stitch, we'll try. Going back the other way, I'm not sure, but we'll see how it goes. Because I think it'll go to the back, that's what it likes to do, so. I might have to start from here. So I think that will want to go over the back, on this. We do a slip stitch in the back. Let's try that. So we're kind of going backwards, I suppose. Slip stitch in the back. Yeah, it's a bit awkward. That's what we need to do. I don't know if I like that, to be honest. To finish this off on this side. Let's just do this. Finish it off. Just going to finish it off by cutting it. So I'm happy we've at least got that side done. Now I might go back to the start over here. Still got my beads on the chain on the yarn. So let's go back into there. Might pull that through. Let's do a slip stitch with that on there. And then the next one, it's just a normal slip stitch without any bead. Then the next one, pop a bead on. That's better. Keep it on the same side. Pop a bead on, slip stitch. That's it. And then the next one, it's just a slip stitch and a bead. And we'll probably do this on the other side. I'll have a quick look at it first. See what we think. And slip stitch with a bead. Slip stitch. And then one with a bead. Just like that. All the way to the end. Slip stitch. And the last one is just a slip stitch. We don't need a bead. And we can tie them together. So, bring that down. Cut that off. Just make sure I've got, probably want one on the edge actually. So let's do right on the edge there. One will be just there. Slip stitch. Then cut that off. There's just one on the edge there. Tie these two together. Again. And I want to tie this one in the middle so this doesn't get untangled. Let's go around that post and back around. Pull it through, tighten it up, and then we'll feed that in. That'd be cool. Feed those in, feed that in. So you got your little pearls on one end. Then we just have to do the other end. So I've still got plenty of pearls. Get this all untangled. So what I would do on the other side now, use your little pearls. That's very cute. On the other side, what I would do is just do, we have to do the do your half double crochet across first, and then we'll just do the pearls with a slip stitch. I'll show you how to do that now. So I'm going to do half double crochet. I'm going to start from this side here, work my way across, and then as we flip it over, we're going to do the single slip stitch with the pearls. Okay, so I've still got this with the pearls on it, so I should have enough there to finish this off. So we'll start on this side, right over in the corner. Make sure you've got at least two probably there and there. Alright, so let's bring that through. Let's just do one chain and then make it two, and then we'll do some half double crochets all the way across. Just be careful if it feels, make sure she's nice and straight. So half double, roughly just to the same amount of rows. Don't have to worry too much here, don't get too stressed. If it looks a bit gappy, just go back and do one in between. But that's not too bad, that's pretty good. We want to even this row up here. So yarn over, through three, yarn over, through three, all the way across. Then we'll work back with the slip stitch and the pearl. Yeah, pop it in there. All the way across. Nearly there. That's a bit tricky. It's a bit hard with this fluffy material to see where you're going, but then it also hides any little inconsistencies as well, so it's not too bad. Alright, so I'm going to just do one more, and then we're going to go back a slip stitch and do the pearls, and then we should be finished. So let's have a look what's going on here. So I want to make sure I get right into that end. See if I can get in there. It's tricky. Let's try that bit there. Should be okay. And then I'm going to do a single chain. That's pretty good. Turn my work. And we're going to do the same as what we did on the other end. Are you hiding here? So we want to just do the pearls on the end as well. I think that's pretty cool. Looks cute. That'll do it, I think. So again, we do a pearl right on the edge with a slip stitch. Pull through, slip stitch. Do one slip stitch, and then into the next, we'll do another pearl. Just gives us a little bit of even spacing and they're not right on top of each other. Another slip stitch, another pearl. You can do this with any kind of beads you want. You don't have to use pearls. I like pearls. That's just a thing that I like. But you know, you can do clear crystal. You could even do shells if you want to do shells. They come up, little cowrie shells come up really well. Put that through there. Just make sure that spacing is right. That looks like it's too close. So basically I've missed a slip stitch. So let's do that. Yeah, missed a slip stitch. One slip stitch and then into the next pearl. Always check your work, pull it out if it's not right. It's better to do it that way than to go, it should be right, because it never looks right. So always check your work. It looks so much better when you do it right the first time. And a pearl. Pull it right up. And slip stitch in the back. Slip stitch and another pearl. Nearly done. It's getting there. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and hope I've given you a bit of inspiration to do one for yourself. It's a bit of fun. For us in Queensland, the winter's coming, so it's a nice opportunity to wear scarves again. Okay, pop it in there, pull it through, and go next. Slip stitch. Okay, get bunched up again. Always keep the tension off your work. To the next. Through. Okay, into there, pull that through, pull through, and another slip stitch, pull through, and we've got another pearl. And pull through. Slip stitch. So if there's anything you want me to make, or you're not sure of something, a type of stitch, let me know and I'll see if I can do a video for you to help you on your crochet journey. But for now, this is coming to an end. It's the last one. Right in the corner, pop a little pearl, slip stitch, and then we want to finish this off. So I'm going to cut a length and then I'm going to do some tying at the end here. There's a piece there, so I might take that down to that piece and tie it off. See if I can bring that down. That was the piece that we started with. So let's just bring that down to meet and we can do a quick tie off. Maybe, yeah, that's good. Tie it at the back and then feed all your ends in. Once you've fed your ends in, you give it a nice wash in, like a softly hand wash these. Don't chuck them in the dish, in the dryer or anything like that, or in with the dishes. No. All right, so I'm just going to put those in, and then I am happy with this project. We are pretty much done. So you got your little beads on the end. Just got to feed those bits in, which I will do now. But thanks again everyone for joining me on this. Remember, you've got other colours you can play with if you want to. There's a beautiful green. Try different colours. I always love the whites. And let me know what you think. Beads are down there. Just one set I think is nice through there. You could put more. It's up to you, but I'm just going to feed all these ends in now, tidy it up, take a few photos for you guys, and I will join you on the next project. Let me know if there's something you want me to make. I would love to do that for you guys. In the meantime, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you on the next. Thanks for joining me.